The Prophecy of the Buddha. Dīpaṅkara. While the ascetic Sumedha was dwelling deep in the forest, abiding in the bliss of meditative absorptions and supernatural attainments he had realized, a Buddha named Dīpaṅkara Buddha appeared in the world. At the moments of his conception, birth, enlightenment, and first sermon, 32 wondrous phenomena arose, causing 10,000 world systems to tremble. Yet Sumedha knew nothing of this, for his mind was immersed in deep meditation, aware only of the forest and the sky. After attaining enlightenment, the Buddha Dīpaṅkara delivered his first discourse at the monastery of Sunandarama to hundreds of thousands of devas and humans. Thereafter, accompanied by 400,000 arahants, he journeyed to the city of Ramavati and resided at the Sudassana monastery. The people of the city, hearing the news, were filled with joy. The next morning, they brought offerings of butter, milk, fragrances, and fresh flowers to pay homage, make offerings, and listen to the Dhamma. At the end of the discourse, they respectfully invited the Buddha and the Sangha to receive alms in the city the following day. After circumambulating him 3 times, they returned home to prepare a grand offering unlike any before. Preparations proceeded with great enthusiasm. A large pavilion was erected, blue lotuses were spread across the ground, and fragrant scents filled the air. Jars of cool water were placed at the 4 corners, while canopies adorned with gold and silver flowers hung above. Along both sides of the main road, banana trees heavy with fruit were planted, banners were raised, and decorative garlands were displayed. The road from the monastery to the city was leveled, potholes filled, muddy patches covered, and white sand scattered like pearls. At that time, the ascetic Sumedha left his hermitage and soared through the air, as was his custom. From above, he saw the unusual bustle below. Curious, he descended and asked, "Good people, why are you repairing the road with such joy and effort? For whose sake is this being done?" Recognizing the ascetic, the people respectfully replied, "Venerable Sumedha, a Buddha named Dīpaṅkara has arisen in the world, the conqueror of the armies of Mara, the supreme one among gods and humans. We are preparing the road to welcome him into the city." Upon hearing the word Buddha, an immeasurable joy filled Sumedha's heart. Repeating "Buddha, Buddha" with delight, he reflected, "Rare indeed is the opportunity to meet a Buddha. Now that it has come to me, I must not be negligent." He then asked to join in the work. The people gladly assigned him the most difficult section, a muddy and uneven stretch. Though Sumedha could have leveled it instantly with his psychic powers, he thought, "If I do so, the people will not see the value of effort. Today I shall work with my own strength." Thus, he carried earth from afar and filled the mud with his own hands. Before the work was completed, the Buddha Dīpaṅkara and the 400,000 arahants appeared from afar. With serene composure, they walked along the decorated road, radiating light that filled the sky. Devas scattered mandarava flowers, lotuses, and kovilasa blossoms like rain, while humans offered kampaka, sarala, and panaga flowers with fragrant incense. Music resounded as devas and humans, seeing one another, stood with hands joined in reverence.
Sumedha gazed without blinking. Seeing the Buddha's golden body adorned with the 32 marks of a great man and 80 minor characteristics, shining with a 6-colored aura, a great resolve arose within him. "Today, I shall offer my very life to the Buddha. Let him not step upon this muddy ground. I will lay down my body as a bridge for the Buddha and the Sangha." He loosened his matted hair, spread his deerskin and coarse robe over the mud, and lay face down like a bridge. As he lay there, a noble aspiration arose. "If I wished, I could attain arahantship today and end all defilements. But what benefit is personal liberation alone under the dispensation of another Buddha? I possess wisdom, faith, and energy. Why should I seek only my own release? I will aspire to supreme Buddhahood, to liberate all beings, gods and humans, from the ocean of suffering. I will cross the flood of samsara myself
and then guide others across by means of the Noble Eightfold Path. At that moment, a Brahmin maiden named Sumedha approached, carrying 8 lotus flowers. Seeing Sumedha lying in the mud, she was filled with devotion. She offered 5 lotuses to him for the Buddha and kept 3 for herself to offer. Then she made a vow. "Throughout the time you cultivate the perfections to become a Buddha, may I always assist you." Sumedha accepted the flowers and offered them to the Buddha, silently making his vow for Buddhahood. The Buddha, perceiving all, smiled and surveyed the future. He saw that Sumedha possessed the 8 qualifications for receiving a prophecy. He was human, male, capable of arahantship, had encountered a Buddha, possessed faith, had attained meditative powers, was willing to sacrifice his life, and had an unshakable aspiration for Buddhahood. Standing at Sumedha's head, the Buddha Dīpaṅkara declared, "Behold this ascetic Sumedha. In the future, after 4 incalculable aeons and 100,000 great aeons, he will become a Buddha named Gautama Buddha." He then uttered verses foretelling the future life of the Bodhisattva Gautama, his renunciation, austerities, the offering of milk rice by Sujata, enlightenment beneath the Bodhi tree, and the identities of his parents, chief disciples, attendants, and foremost lay followers. At the conclusion of the prophecy, devas and humans from 10,000 world systems rejoiced, scattering flowers and offering homage, aspiring to meet the future Buddha Gautama and attain liberation under his teaching. After the Buddha and the Sangha had passed, Sumedha rose and sat upon a mound of flowers filled with bliss. Reflecting on his attainments and the prophecy, he rejoiced deeply. Then Devas and Brahmas proclaimed the 32 miraculous signs that had occurred that day, signs that always appear when a bodhisattva receives a prophecy: the stilling of winds and rivers, blooming of flowers, radiance of jewels, celestial music, trembling of worlds, and the calming of beings' defilements. Finally, they encouraged him. "Noble Sumedha, strive on without retreat. We know that you will surely become a Buddha." Thus, amidst the rejoicing of gods and humans, the seed of Buddhahood was firmly planted in Sumedha's heart, and the long journey of 4 incalculable aeons and 100,000 great aeons began.